Hey everybody, it's that time of week again. Another free on Steam. Today we're going to take a look at Warframe, which is a pretty nice game actually. It's a PvE game actually, and there's different ways you can play this. You can play this solo run, private with friends, or just hop online and try to join a group to take on a mission. I'm going to start out with a solo run first. Now, before we actually get into the game, this game is microtransaction driven, and there's actually a ranking system which I'm not very high in at all because I haven't played very much of this. I've played enough to beat the first area all on my own. And that's about it. This is my Warframe. A very standard, basic Warframe. The Excalibur class, which I think pretty much everyone is able to get. There's actually 3 that you get to pick from to start with. And the Excalibur is the most noobish, I suppose. You can get different Warframes. There's Rhino, Volt, Loki. Actually, I think Loki is one of the ones I was able to choose from. Anyway, you can carry in 3 different weapons, a primary, a secondary, and a melee. Basic one of each of these is a simple assault rifle, a pistol, and a katana, or skana, as it's called in here. If you want to change your weapon, you have to actually purchase a new one, which is very unbelievably expensive to do. I have earned enough points that I can purchase another one of the exact same weapon I already have, which is pretty damn stupid, honestly. Why would I want to purchase what I have? But I digress. If I save up enough, I can buy an upgrade to the basic Bratton. Or if I save up even more, I can get a Strun, which is a shotgun, which I actually would really like to get because, well, I typically end up in close quarters quite often. Well, of course, you can always purchase the currency and get different weapons, because for some reason you're not able to purchase these with... Well, so far I haven't been able to find any way of purchasing these other weapons using the platinum currency. Alright. Let's see, how do you get platinum? Market. And there's a tab here for getting platinum. And I'm actually on the internet right now to take a look at the prices. Let's see, the cheapest one is 75 platinum for $4.99. Let's see, if you divide that down, it's about 3 platinum dollar? No. 75 divided by 5, that's 3... Yeah, 3 for $1 or something like that. I don't know. I am not good at math right now. Anyway, let's close that out. Buying a secondary weapon actually is a little bit easier to do. I could potentially get a Sicarus after another match, which is a 3-burst pistol. However, I'm not quite interested in that. Then, of course, there's different melee weapons, which are pretty much entirely purchased using platinum. Although, to be fair, there's multiple pages. Now, while it does take a while to actually get a new weapon, you can customize these weapons by upgrading them. For the rifle, I have this fast hands thing. pistol, I am not able to equip another one yet. But there's multiple different mods you're able to equip. Mostly, I can't equip anything else because I've already done that. Which is disappointing, because I'd like to equip more. I really do think that the marketplace for purchasing new weapons could be tweaked a bit to make it a little bit easier to get different weapons. And I've always only been able to get 1,000 credits per match. Now, I haven't tried any level 2 stuff yet, but, well, not level 2, but World 2 items. So we'll probably try out one of those today. Now, down here is a gear slot, which you can purchase like extra ammo or ciphers or health restoring items. I honestly have not cared to purchase any of those. So, enough of this stuff. Let's go back. And we're just going to go to the first world, Mercury. And we're just going to do a very simple one. Let's see. Let's do an extermination mission. And typical loading screen. Very, very nice artwork, actually. And then there's your ship flying in as you board the Grenier vessel. The Grenier seem to be the main villains of this game.
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed on this vessel. Leave no one standing.
And that is the person who gives you your missions. I have no idea who she is. She's never explained, but she's there, tells you what to do, so you do it. Now, breaking these containers will give you extra credits and random orbs. This is a health orb, which is useful for when you're starting to die. Now, if you hold control, you can go into sneak mode. Although you're not exactly sneaking, you're just kind of crouching and walking around slower. Now, that is a Grenier, and if he doesn't see me, I can actually sneak up on him and assassinate him. And as luck would have it, he's walking directly towards me. But he made the foolish mistake of walking this way, which means stealth attack. That instantly kills him. I'm able to continue on undetected. Oh, and now I'm undetected. No, you're not going to activate the alarms. Alright. I don't think they got the alarm. This little panel control console here, Grenier will run towards if they spot you in order to, you know, alert the ship that they've been invaded. Alright, that's a sniper ammo. I forgot. So it is completely possible that you can do an entire mission without ever being detected, although it is extremely difficult. Alright, I'm going to switch over to my pistol because I usually prefer that when I'm doing stealthy. If I am doing stealthy anymore. I haven't got an alert saying that the ship's been alerted to my presence. So it might be possible for me to keep doing this without getting, you know, completely swarmed. Holding shift will let you run, space will let you jump. And he has seen me.
Kill him.
And I completely failed at my melee attack there. If you tap shift, you'll actually dodge roll, which is pretty useful.
Right.
headshots will do more damage, so very typical.
You're on the sensors now.
Ah, there we
Detected.
go. Headshots do more damage, which is pretty typical of a first or third person shooter. Let's see, what else is there to ramble about while I'm just running about frantically now? Alright, so blue orbs will give you energy, which your suit requires in order to do special maneuvers. I will actually do an example in just a moment. See, I just got turned around. Give me one moment. Alright, and flash. That blinds them, which actually allows you to make a quick escape if you are being surrounded. Or, here's a slide dash, which is basically an insta-kill to anything in your path. Oops, and my shields are down. So this game can get pretty hectic when you've been detected, because you will have Grineer swarming all over the place just trying to take you out. However, on an extermination mission, that actually is kind of helpful for you because it brings the Grineer to you. So any other loot? I'm not seeing any, so let's continue on. If we're lucky, we'll get locked out of a room.
Marines inbound.
Let's head back down here because I missed a container. Now your melee attack isn't all powerful like it would be in other games like Call of Duty or things like that. It actually takes a few swings in order to kill someone with the melee. However, you can do a charge up with that and be able to instantly kill anything, almost. In order to charge up, you have to hold down your melee button. Hey. There we go. You can also do a kind of fancy sliding slice. Like that. In order to do a slide, you have to be sprinting and then press control or whatever your crouch move is. It also is faster to slide down these things than to walk. So I still have 24 enemies to kill. Loot anywhere. Always have to go after the loot because it's the only way you're gonna make any money in this game. I just love sliding down these ramps. I wonder how well you can slide up. Very poorly. So that makes sense at least. And we have a glitched out storage container.
Ship is entering lockdown.
Ah, there we go, lockdown mode. Now, one thing that's kind of useful about a lockdown is it prevents any Grineer from getting into the same area you are, which means you'll be able to take your time killing off whoever's left, without having to worry about getting ambushed or flanked. You also get time to just loot any storage container you want, recuperate a little bit, regen your health, and when you're ready to go, you get to play a little mini game. Storage containers? I don't think there is. Here we go. Alright, so, in order to get out of a lockdown area, you have to go to a control console to hack the security, which gives you this interesting little minigame. Simply try to line up all these lines so that they're all connecting, and you get through.
We're free to proceed.
My aim is horrible at close range. I couldn't even hit a stationary object. So, let's hope we can finish up this mission fast. And that was way too soon on the charge. See if I can actually rush one of these guys. There we go. I love doing that. This game actually does let you kind of start to feel like a badass. So, oh yes, those little round containers that I pick up every now and then, they give you materials you need to craft items. Yes, you're able to craft items as well. However, you need to find or purchase a recipe in order to do so. Ah, and that little glow you saw there, that happens whenever you pick up a mod for something. And the white orbs give you affinity towards your
Watch
armor.
yourself. Foot soldiers are on the way.
I thought I could jump up that.
Doors are all locked. Time to break in.
There we go.
Override complete. Move on. Other than you, I can't detect a single life form. Let's get out of here.
And that's all. Now all you have to do is exit the ship whenever you feel like. Of course, always check for more loot, because lack of credits, the biggest problem that this game has. At least in the early stages. Which, if they give you more credits for doing more complex missions, then I guess there's no reason to complain, because, well, it makes sense not to give you too much power in the beginning of the game. Now, I do think that this game is basically well done enough that it could even be its own separate single-player game. Any more loot up here? Of course there is. And check the other hallway. Oops. Alright, that's probably all the loot that the ship has to offer me. Now we just need to get to the extraction point. Alright, so for some reason my screen went black there and I couldn't see anything at all, and it probably might have showed up on the recording too, who knows. But when you get the mission complete, you get all the stats for what you've done and you get credits, and as you see I'm up to 21,000 credits now. So, let's switch over to online mode so we can see how it works with multiple people. And we will go to Venus, which I've never done before. Let's see, this one wants us to do a sabotage. Corpus of focus their manufacturing facilities in this area. Let's see. Actually, before we do that, do I have any more capacity? No, of course not. No more mods for the Bratton. Yeah, very funny thing, I keep on getting mods for shotguns. Yeah. Very useful, obviously. Alright. So, we've joined a lobby, and who knows, we might have even joined a game that's already in process. In fact, it looks very much like it could be a game that's already in process. And I have never seen these things before. Shoot glitchy things, as always. Now, usually when you're in a multiplayer game, you're going to end up going through it very fast. And of course, there can be a little bit of lag if you have a bad connection with your other players. Now, I do not have any idea how loot distribution works with multiplayer. But the game goes through pretty fast, so you usually end up with people who've spent a decent amount of cash getting items to create themselves as badass. That was pretty cool. And pretty easy.
We've got robots inbound.
And robots. Why is it robots? I have no idea what's going on with this mission at all. But I found a vent that you can break into, and hey, there's loot. I get first dibs. Okay, so continuing on, let's go help our allies. And you get to see more of the game glitching out. And host migration in progress. Now this is actually the first time I ever got that. Let's see what happens. Who knows, I might be left all on my own without any idea of how best to deal with robots. But yeah, this is Warframe. A pretty good game actually, and I wish that it had a spin-off meant for like a single-player campaign with more story to it. And now the session's unavailable. Oh well. And it seems I got absolutely nothing for that, which is pretty much why I play solo mostly. Yeah, I've never had the problem of a host migration before, but I live in fear in multiplayer games of having host migrations and being disconnected and having all your work get destroyed just because you couldn't play the game, that one session anymore. So, do I recommend Warframe at all? Yes, I do. It is a brilliantly done game. The levels are amazing. The weapons are fun. Your abilities as well are just simply entertaining to do. And it feels as if your Warframe is a combination of a samurai and a ninja with guns. Anyway, I recommend giving Warframe a try, and if you want to play multiplayer, probably do it with friends, because you are more likely to not get disconnected with your friends than you are with a bunch of random people. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and fave. I will see you next week with another free on Steam video. Take care and goodbye.